Doyle Stulting, specializes in cornea external disease and refractive surgery. I've been practicing 38 years. I've always wanted to be a doctor. Went to college at Duke, studied chemistry, was given a MD PhD fellowship, so I studied microbiology, graduated in 1976 with both MD and a PhD degree. Did an internship in internal medicine, a residency in internal medicine, so I'm board eligible in internal medicine. Then I went off and did an ophthalmology residency, a fellowship in cornea and external disease. I began work at Emory, where I was a junior faculty member. Was funded by the NIH with experimental work for 8 years. Traveled up through the ranks there, was eventually a full professor. Ran several clinical trials. I was a consultant for the FDA, a member of the ophthalmic devices panel for 10 years, chair for 3, editor of the journal Cornea for 10 years, president of the American Society for Cataract and Refractive Surgery. I've also been on the board of directors for the Eye Bank Association of America. I received their Peyton Award and have received the Binkhorst Award from the American Society for Cataract and Refractive Surgery. Those are all awards for outstanding performance, research, and contributions to ophthalmology. I've had the good fortune of being able to travel literally around the world. I not only have an active practice in cornea and external disease, but I also do a lot of consulting. Because of my work with the FDA, I have some expertise in the regulatory world. So small startup companies and even large companies that want to get devices and drugs approved with the FDA ask for my help. And as a result, I get an opportunity to see new technology when it's first born, to help it on its way, and to travel to the countries where it's developed, where it's being tested, and to see the world that way. Also, because of my presidency of ASCRS and some of my publications, I'm asked to speak around the world. I've had an opportunity to travel to New Zealand, to Australia, Saudi Arabia, to Iran fairly recently, South America, to Patagonia, and many places in the United States. Last year I went to Israel to operate on some pigs doing implantation of a new artificial cornea that hopefully will make its way through the regulatory hurdles and be approved here in the United States. If it is ever approved and it's successful, it'll be able to replace human donors for most corneal transplants recipients. I think I'm most proud of my involvement with corneal cross-linking. It is an opportunity to essentially cure a disease that never had a cure before. I wasn't the person who had the idea or discovered the technology, but I helped develop a way of providing that technology literally without risk. So I think that probably is the most exciting new technology that is really on the horizon. The other project is the artificial cornea. There are many people around the world that don't have access to human donor corneas, and so they are blind without the possibility of treatment. The device that we're working on is one that is inexpensive to make, will replace human donor corneas, will not require significant care, anti-rejection medications, or weaken the cornea as traditional corneal transplants do. I have a job that's not like many others. I'm nearing retirement and I'll miss my patients. I'll miss the satisfaction of seeing them the morning after surgery and knowing that I did something that will change their lives.